Hello and good evening. It's that time of year again when the world across social, political and economic divide lend credence and support to concerns about the environment. Nigeria's national oil company is eternally committed to this, and at the head of that commitment is the priority to eliminate gas flaring with a view to bequeathing a pollution-free environment to future generations of Nigerians. Good for the industry, good for the business, good for the environment, and no shaking for the future of oil and gas is how to encapsulate OPEC Secretary General's comments about Scotland's renewable energy exploits. It's got very interesting details. On the business side of operations, the color is green on that critical side of the balance sheet. NGMC and NNPC are reporting very interesting and heart-gladdening numbers having to do with the sale of gas on one hand and petroleum products on the other hand. And thankfully, FOJ's departure is not all about loss and bereavement. Welcome to the flagship program about the oil and gas industry across Nigerian media. I'm Akin Agbijule. This is Oil and Gas Forum.
Under President Muhammadu Buhari, we've seen where there is fuel, you make a choice of where to buy fuel. You make shakara for them.
No panic to buy fuel for black market. NNPC go bring fuel for all motorists.
NNPC say them get fuel jabrata for ground. Saboteur. All of una wey dey tiff with fuel and petroleum station where they hot smuggle and divert our fuel go neighboring country. Plus people where they build small tank and sell fuel past our government price of 145 naira per litre. Stop am o. Because why? Now big offense now. Now jail straight away. NNPC say our government no increase fuel price. Now still 145 naira per litre. So therefore no buy black market, no do panic buying. Enough fuel there we go round. Nigerians, if you see any petrol station where they sell fuel past our government price of 145 naira per litre, Kia report to the nearest security agency when near you or the Department of Petroleum Resources. Na Ndu Ohamadu, Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division NNPC, sign this message.
This is a man from the point of view of transparency. You can say you trust him, you believe in him.
Let's check out what we're tracking and what's trending. Eliminating gas flaring remains NNPC's priority despite operational challenges. NGMC nets about 12 billion naira profit in 2018, while for March 2019, 174.62 billion naira is NNPC's petroleum product sale revenue. Scotland's renewable energy strategies attract deeper positive perspective by OPEC's Secretary General. Education sponsorship coming for the late Pengason's president's children, courtesy of the NNPC. We will be back.
The management and staff of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, announced the commencement of the grassroots, states and zonal NNPC 2019 National Science Quiz Competition. The 17th edition of the annual competition holds as follows. The grassroots level of the competition is to be held at 774 local government areas across the country on the 20th of June 2019 in the local government area headquarters. The state level is to be held at the 36 states and federal capital territory on the 26th of June 2019 in the state capitals and Abuja. For the zonal level, South-South, Monday, July 1st, 2019 in Uyo, Southeast, Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019 in Owerri, Southwest, Friday, July 5th, 2019 in Osogbo, North Central, Monday, July 8th, 2019 in Minna, Northwest, Wednesday, July 10th, 2019 in Katsina, and Northeast, Friday, July 12th, 2019 in Bauchi. The finals and grand finale are scheduled to hold on September 16th and 17th, 2019 at the NNPC Towers in Abuja. NNPC, we touch your lives in many positive ways. Signed, Ndu Ugamadu, Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division of NNPC.
The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Dr. Maikanti Baru, has congratulated principal officers of the 9th National Assembly recently elected into their respective offices, saying that the oil and gas industry would count on their enormous support to move the sector forward. In a separate letter to each of the principal officers, Senate President, Distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawan, Deputy Senate President, Distinguished Senator Ovie Omo Agege, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, and Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Idris Wase, dated 11th June 2019, the NNPC helmsman expressed heartfelt joy in their elections into the nation's hallowed chambers. NNPC Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, Ndu Uhamadu, in a release in Abuja, noted that Dr. Baru in the letter said he was hopeful that the 9th National Assembly would work in harmony with other arms of government for the development of the country. In his letter to the newly elected Senate President, Dr. Lawan, the NNPC GMD wrote, quote, "At this critical period in our country's history, Nigeria deserves a president of the Senate that has enormous wealth of experience of which, luckily, you embodied and are endowed with, making you a rare blessing to the nation's body politic in dire need of strong, committed, and purposeful leadership." In his congratulatory letter to the Deputy Senate President, Senator Omo Agege, Dr. Baru stated, quote, "I have no doubt in my mind that your immense wealth of experience in the Red Chamber would be an invaluable asset to help you function effectively in your new position as a principal officer of the Senate." End of quote. Dr. Baru, in his correspondence to the newly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the House of Representatives is a critical stakeholder of the Nigerian oil and gas sector. My colleagues and I in the petroleum industry wish to assure you of our readiness to work with the legislature. Congratulating Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Wase, who was elected unopposed, Dr. Baru enthused that his emergence was a confirmation of his immense popularity amongst his colleagues, urging him to use his acceptance by the majority of the members of the House to positively direct the course of the Assembly along with the Speaker.
NNPC is done very well around the country. I think we seem to forget, the kind of shortages we have with petroleum products. You have them very often now. You don't have them. Look at the funding that we have attracted for, AKK. Look at the almost investment decision that has been taken around the LNGs.
The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Dr. Maikanti Baru, has tasked staff of the National Oil Company to bolster their productivity. The NNPC helmsman's charge came during his inauguration of a new office complex of its crude oil trading subsidiary, Duke Oil, NNPC Trading, in Abuja. Performing the inauguration of the building, Dr. Baru said, studies had shown that a conducive office environment promotes productivity and enjoined staff of the company to translate their satisfaction with the new office complex into optimum productivity and profitability.
To the staff of Duke Oil and NNPC Trading that are housed here, this is an edifice you should be proud of. You should make the best use of the facilities available in the building to bolster your productivity in the overall interest of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation.
He declared at the commissioning of the high-tech office complex located in Maitama, Abuja, that the introduction of new business models, which saw the coalescing of Duke Oil, Hyacin and Carlson into a single company known as NNPC Trading, under the 12 Business Focus Area 12 buffers, was beginning to pay off. The 12 buffers refers to the 12-point agenda Dr. Baru set for the corporation on assumption of office in July 2016.
With McKenty coming on board, there is stability in the rate of fuel supply. That is a good plus. And two, drivers or users, motor users can motor owners can go into filling stations and buy fuel, get out of the filling station without hazard.
Eliminating gas flare with a view to bequeathing a pollution-free environment to future generations of Nigerians remains a priority of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. The corporation made this commitment at an event held at the NNPC Towers to mark the World Environment Day. NNPC Group Managing Director Dr. Mekanti Baru urged members of staff to maintain the NNPC business culture of, quote, working not to harm the people or the environment, unquote. Addressing the management and staff on the theme of this year's World Environment Day, quote, air pollution, unquote, the GMD, who was represented by the Chief Operating Officer, COO Ventures, Dr. Babatunde Adeniro, said NNPC had put in place a lot of measures to mitigate the impact of oil and gas exploration activities on the environment.
As a corporate organization, NNPC is determined to continue to pay close attention to reducing harmful emissions that can impact air quality and well-being of God's creatures in all aspects of our operations, and also to ensure that the environment is able to support the activities of future generations.
Also speaking at the event, the guest speaker, Mr. Goni Ahmed, former Director General, National Agency for the Great Green Wall, commended the NNPC for championing gas flare reduction initiatives that have helped Nigeria move from 2nd to 7th position in the global gas flare rating.
Nigeria was the second largest gas flaring nation in the world after Russia a few years ago, but fortunately with the effort of the NNPC, it has come down to the 7th, I believe now. This is a remarkable achievement on the part of NNPC.
Earlier in his welcome address, the General Manager, Group Health, Safety, Environment and Quality Department, Mr. Hussaini Ali, said the program offered everyone the opportunity to contribute to the quality of the air we breathe, noting that the task of ensuring safer environment was a collective responsibility.
It employs on us all to consider how we can make changes in our everyday lives to reduce the emission of air pollutants to the atmosphere and improve the quality of our air we breathe.
The Nigerian Gas Marketing Company, NGMC, a subsidiary of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has announced a profit after tax of 12,476,685,000 naira for the year ended 31 December 2018. This was disclosed at the company's annual general meeting in Abuja. Group Managing Director Dr. Mekanti Baru, who is also the chairman, he was represented by the Chief Operating Officer, COO Gas and Power, Engineer Saidu Mohammed, said the company would do everything to sustain the impressive performance.
In spite of the fact that so many things have affected our performance, in particularly the vandalism done on the Nigerian gas company pipelines, has hindered us from marketing what we could have as planned. But we are still able to manage to get about 76 or 77% of what we plan to do in spite of that.
On his part, Managing Director of NGMC, Engineer Mohammed Barrow, attributed the company's impressive performance to the support given to it by the NNPC management.
We tried as much as possible to expand our footprints by having additional customers on board.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, recorded 174.62 billion naira sale of white products in March 2019. The corporation's monthly financial and operations report for March 2019 has stated. A release in Abuja by NNPC Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, Mr. Ndu Amadu, disclosed that the March sales figures is higher than the 168.65 billion naira recorded in February 2019. It explained that the total revenue generated from the sale of white products from the period March 2018 to March 2019 stood at 2.780.79 billion naira, with premium motor spirit, otherwise called petrol, contributing about 91.09%, or 2.533 billion naira. In terms of volume of the total sales by the NNPC subsidiary, the Petroleum Products Marketing Company PPMC in March 2019, the report said a total supply and distribution of 1.36 billion litres of white products was made, compared with 1.33 billion litres of February 2019.
My interaction with the Public Affairs Division through the payment of the scholarship, how they followed up with the school, the communication, it was timely, it was effective, it was efficient, it was professional, and honestly, it was top-notch. I really, sincerely, I didn't believe a Nigerian institution was able to operate at this level.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has expressed its readiness to train the children of late President of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Pengassan, Comrade Francis Olabode Johnson. Group Managing Director of the corporation, Dr. Mekanti Barrow, made this commitment when he led top management of the NNPC to condole with the widow. He said the news of the sudden death of FOJ, as he was fondly called, came to the entire oil and gas industry, the NNPC family and Pengassan as a rude shock. He described the late Pengassan president as a pragmatic leader that was always properly aligned with the direction of management and the entire workforce, adding that it would be very difficult to fill the vacuum that his death has created. The NNPC helmsman described the late Johnson as an uncommon bridge builder whose wise counsel the industry would sorely miss, adding that he lived a fulfilled life.
Johnson had been personally as a friend, I would say. He developed the relationship. I knew him as a union man, but we were able to build up a relationship. He's built up a relationship with the management as a pragmatic leader. He's somebody who puts the goal of the industry first, and then, of course, immediately following that of the workers, and thirdly, that of the management.
He said the late labor leader sacrificed his life for the Nigerian oil and gas industry. He was always there to give management direction on how best to avoid industrial dispute, adding that the industry has lost a gem of inestimable value. He noted that Johnson was a pillar of support to the NNPC, international oil companies, and the entire value chain of the industry. The GMD reassured the wife and children that the NNPC would always be there for the family at all times, and prayed God to grant the late Comrade Johnson eternal rest in his bosom.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Victory, there is victory for all.
The Secretary General of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, Dr. Mohamed Barkindo, has praised Scotland's renewables strategy and dismissed any environmental concern about oil and gas industry. He made the keynote address at Dundee Energy Forum recently. Barkindo, who is the head of the 14-nation-strong organization, said Scotland had experienced, quote, enormous success, quote, at diversifying into large renewables development. However, he disputed any suggestion that oil and gas would not be required as an energy source for the foreseeable future, and stated that a reduction in output could lead to millions being plunged into fuel poverty.
Good evening and welcome to the feedback segment of the program. My name is Julia Auta. This is the plot 2 of the integrated gas handling facility in Oredo Fields located in Edo State. This facility is a storage and dispensing facility that will deliver about 330 tons per day of propane and 330 tons of liquefied petroleum gas, otherwise known as cooking gas. This week, we're looking at the advantages of using liquefied petroleum gas, otherwise known as cooking gas.
When you use gas, one, it gives you a clean environment, clean air. It makes the environment to be more healthier.
cooking gas, I think, is one of the best means of cooking. When you handle it well, place your cylinder in the right place, not very close to the main burner. I'm not sure there is anything that will ever cause it. And when the gas is there is even a leakage, you will know.
I use cooking gas because it's easy and fast, makes your cooking faster. And then all you just need to do is just to be more careful when you use it.
The benefit of cooking gas is very nice. I myself, I use cooking gas. If they use cooking gas now, between 5 minutes or 10 minutes, your food has done.
It's very efficient and very safe. It doesn't fume, it doesn't cause odor in the room. It's just very, very efficient. Using cooking gas is actually safe and faster. It makes cooking easy. The only thing is that you have to be careful while using it. You understand, you don't answer calls in the kitchen while cooking.
Now you know the advantages of using liquefied petroleum gas, otherwise known as cooking gas. And that's it on this segment. Please stay with us and enjoy the rest of the program.
Hello and thank you for joining us on yet another informative segment of the program. My name is Abigail Ojogo. Did you know that the 2019-2021 natural gas liquids bid opening ceremony took place at the NNPC Towers on 28th of May 2019? Are you aware that the NNPC, through a transparent competitive bidding and evaluation process, intends to enlist companies with proven investments in gas utilization, storage, distribution and marketing infrastructure? Likewise, the NNPC is using the natural gas liquids bid to maximize the value of the nation's natural gas liquid resources for the benefit of Nigerians and other stakeholders. Did you know that the NNPC's current pursuit is to continuously grow domestic gas supply and utilization while also maximizing value from unutilized knockoff condensates and natural gas liquid resources? Did you also know that NNPC's strategic focus in the coming months is to expand domestic LPG supply from established local sources while also encouraging investments in storage, marketing and distribution infrastructure? Well, I'm sure you have been informed. Please stay tuned for the rest of the program.
Hello and welcome to Global Crude Oil Outlook. Oil prices tumbled 4% to their lowest settlements in nearly 5 months, weakened by another unexpected rise in U.S. crude stockpiles and by a dimming outlook for global oil demand. Brent crude futures fell $2.32 or 3.7% to settle at $59.97 per barrel, Brent's lowest close since January 28. U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude futures ended $2.13 or 4.0% lower at $51.14 per barrel, its lowest settlement since January 14. The U.S. Energy Information Administration EIA reported domestic crude stockpiles rose unexpectedly for the second week in a row, climbing 2.2 million barrels last week after analysts had forecast a decrease of 481,000 barrels. At 485.5 million barrels, U.S. commercial stocks were at their highest since July 2017 and about 8% above the 5-year average for this time of year, the EIA said. The EIA during the week cut its forecast for 2019 world oil demand growth, which also pressured oil futures. Trade tensions between the United States and China, the world's two biggest oil consumers, also weighed on prices. And that's it on this segment of the program. My name is Solomon Yopave.
Please, we're only engaging NNPC to understand the rudiments and dynamics of
an account flow. No money is missing. Nobody has stolen any money. Have you heard me? So report verbatim what is here, please.
That's the package of stories and events that we're tracking, and that's trending. As a matter of fact, all the stories we track becomes trending stories, and that's why it's the authentic perspective. But hey, what now is a brand new week. NNPC says, make the most of it. Bye.